Great morning, great morning, great morning to everyone. Great morning. Forgive me. I had words up on my computer and actually accidentally X'd them out, but it's okay. It's all good. Great morning to you. Great morning. Great morning. I am Nicole D. Jones, and I am so happy and grateful for another day. I'm happy and grateful for life today. I don't take today for granted. I don't take today lightly. As I tell you all the time, I firmly believe that if we can get into a posture of being happy and grateful for life, we will get to a place where we will be able to love one another another way, be patient with one another another way, because we'll begin to be happy and grateful for each other. Okay. So I'm happy and grateful for today. I'm happy and grateful for another day. I'm happy and grateful for an opportunity to right my wrongs. I'm happy and grateful that I'm just under grace, that I understand that things that I do are not always right, but that I have an opportunity to look at myself and right my wrongs. I don't take that for granted. And I don't want to belabor the time today. I'm super excited. As you all know, we're going through the self-confidence formula. So I hope that you are taking notes as we go through it. As you know, the self-confidence formula, if you have not gotten it already, it is in chapter 3, the faith chapter of Napoleon's Hill Think and Grow Rich. Okay. And it's imperative that we apply the self-confidence formula because, as I stated before, if you're not confident in yourself, how successful are you really going to be? If you don't believe in yourself, if you don't believe in something, you won't achieve it. And I don't know about you. I believe in you. I want you to believe in yourself too. Okay. So we're on point number 3. Point number 3. I'm going to reread 1 and 2, but we're going to go over number 3. So, number 1, I know that I have the ability to achieve the object of my definite purpose in life. Therefore, I demand of myself persistent, continuous action towards its attainment. And I here and now promise to render such action. Number 2, the dominating thoughts of my mind will eventually reproduce themselves in outward physical action and gradually transform themselves into physical reality. Therefore, I will concentrate my thoughts for 30 minutes daily upon the task of thinking of the person that I intend to become, thereby creating in my mind a clear mental picture. Number 3, and remember, these things we should be speaking to ourselves daily. But number 3, I know through the theory of autosuggestion, any desire that I persistently hold in my mind will eventually seek some expression through some practical means of obtaining the object or position I desire. Okay? So, what is autosuggestion? That's what I had up, but I wrote it down. So, autosuggestion, according to the dictionary, is hypnotic or subconscious adoption of an idea that one has originated oneself through repetition or verbal statements to oneself in order to change behavior. Okay? So, autosuggestion is really what you automatically suggest to yourself. All right. It's what you automatically suggest. So it's that thought that automatically comes into your mind before you even speak it. I want y'all to think about that. All right. I know through the theory of autosuggestion. So I know through the theory, okay, because this is a principle. All right. So I know that through what I automatically suggest to myself. So, what are you suggesting? Is your first thought negative or positive? I'm not talking about what I hear come out of your mouth, but you got to think about that. Because if your first thoughts are always something negative, If your first thought is always something condemning, is your first thought always like you see your homie pull up in a Bentley and you're like, man, I can't get that. It don't matter if you're like, oh, that's so good. Yeah, I'm next, girl. I'm next. But what was your first thought? Because you got to understand, I know through the theory of autosuggestion, any desire that I persistently hold in my mind will eventually seek some expression through some practical means of obtaining the object or position I desire. So you got to check yourself. See, because this is all internal first. So autosuggestion, what are you automatically suggesting to yourself? Right? Because what you suggest to yourself, the next thing is you should be speaking it aloud. So what is that? I am so happy and grateful now that I will have my Bentley by the end of 2021 because my Rogue is going to last that long to give me the time to get through my emotional attachment. How about that? All right? What auto-suggestion. And then as I speak it through the year, y'all don't hate on me when that Bentley outside of the house that goes with it. Because I'm going to speak it aloud. And I'm going to speak it to where I believe it. I'm going to allow my five senses to feed it. I'm going to believe it. I'm going to go test drive the Bentley. I'm going to go smell what the leather smells like versus the leather in my robe. I'm going to go. And please understand, it's not about material things. But through the self-confidence formula, and as I apply it to myself, I begin to understand my self-worth. All right. And I can desire these things and receive them because I'm worth it. I don't care what anyone else thinks. I believe I'm worth it. And anyone who knows me knows it's not about material. It's about the overflow for me. Okay. So what you automatically suggest to yourself, it should be affirming. Okay. This is why we're waking up. We're giving time to Jehovah God. Okay. We're affirming ourselves daily. Every day, you should be telling yourself, I am healthy, I am wealthy, I am prosperous. Okay? I'm healthy. So it doesn't matter that I got a little cold. I am healthy. That's just something, it's just a process. It's something that's got to pass. I guess my insides need to clean out. I got some mucus that need to come up. It's all good. I'm still healthy. I'm wealthy. Why am I wealthy? Because I'm wealthy from it within. Wealth starts from within me, and I understand that. And then the fruits of it will come. I'm prosperous. I understand that everything that my hands touch, it must prosper and grow because I'm prosperity. All right? You got to get to a place where you're affirming yourself. Okay? You write down the affirmations. And if you don't have any, start with those 3. Okay, I told y'all I didn't have any in the beginning, but being able to say that every day, my auto-suggestion has shifted. So no longer is my first thought about Nicole that I'm broken or I've been rejected. My first thought is I'm whole and complete. And I want to overflow to help others in their completeness. Okay, we got to get this, all right? So it says, I know through the theory of autosuggestion, any desire that I persistently hold in my mind will eventually seek some expression through some practical means of obtaining the object or position I desire. So understand that automatic comes from doing things over and over. Okay? Remember, we understand in number 2, it's gradually. It's a process. We understand that we're not going to abort the process. Okay? One thing that I've come into a realization, and I was talking to someone about it, I think that when we write goals and visions, because, we have the vision boards and we're doing these different things and we have it, with an end date, and we think that that's when the blessing comes. No, sir, no, ma'am. Do you not realize that your blessings come through your process? Which is why I say don't abort your process. Take the mountaintops, take the valley lows, all right? Take the flat ground. Because if you really think about it, it's through your process that you are blessed and you receive the blessings. Okay? As you're stretching and you're allowing yourself to be stretched to obtain the goal that you're trying to get to, that's where you're blessed. That's where things begin to start coming to you to give you that added oomph that you need to keep walking. Those are your blessings. All right. When you're feeling low, that's when you'll get the phone call where someone's like, hey, you were on my mind. I just wanted to tell you that I was thinking about you. I appreciate you. I love you. Man, you're so good to me. That's a blessing. Okay. You got to understand it's that fuel that goes through the process that are your blessings. Because once you reach the goal, once you get to the end, you're in your overflow. Because it's at the end where people are able to suck over the overflow that's coming out of you. All right? Man, let me stay focused. I'm about to excite myself. So, auto suggestion. Automatic comes from doing things over and over. You do it over and over so that it becomes a habit. You do it over and over so that it becomes your habit. I was listening to one of my mentors this weekend, and he was talking about, do you have to be told to brush your teeth? If the answer is yes, don't answer. I'm not talking about forgetting. We shouldn't forget, okay? At this point, we're grown. It should be automatic that you get up, you got to wash your face, brush your teeth. My husband shouldn't have to come tell me, Nicole, go brush your teeth, okay? Why? Because when we're younger and we're going to the dentist and we're learning about hygiene, we're doing it. So as a little child, you have to go tell them, go brush your teeth, go brush your teeth. By the time you're 7, it should be something that's automatic. Now, you might have to give a little 7-year-old reminders or whatever, but the more you do it, it should become automatic. It should become a habit. Okay? Auto suggestion. So even when you go through your goals and these things, you're speaking it to yourself to where now it is just a habit to work on it. It is a habit to be it. Okay? It's nothing you have to begin to start thinking about. Okay? The mentor also mentioned, and this got me, because this is the thing. You don't have to think about breathing. You automatically do it. So imagine if we could get to the point that whatever our goal is, whatever our vision is, whatever it is that we wrote down for our goal and our vision, we are working on this self-confidence formula to the point where it is like you breathing. Wow. It's like you breathing. You don't wake up and say, oh, let me start breathing. You're breathing. Okay? Do you not understand that whatever it is that you desire, it can be like the air that you breathe? It can be like the breath in your body? Oh, Lord, I don't know. Man, let me focus. Let me focus. All right. Why am I saying this? The more that you do it, the more that you create healthy habits, the more that you create positive habits, the more that you affirm yourself, the more that you feed yourself with good things, it will become who you are. You will be habitual on yourself. All right? That's when you can become unapologetic. You'll become habitual. All right? Because what it's going to do is you'll become conscious of it. You'll begin to believe it. All right? And we're going to talk about belief after the 5 points. But you'll begin to believe it. Say it enough times and you'll believe it. And you know what's crazy? Why is it that we can take something that is said to us over and over, you're never going to make it? You're never going to make it. You're never going to make it. And we'll hold on to that thing and we'll believe it. And as soon as, a job interview doesn't, you're like, oh my God, I did so well. And, oh, I got this. I'm going to get it. The first thing, as soon as they don't offer you the job, I'm never going to get out of this. I'm going to always be here. My situation's never going to change. It is so easy for us to grasp this concept with negativity, but it's so hard for the positive. No, you didn't get it because what's for you is better. So I'm so happy and grateful that I got to sharpen up on my interviewing skills. Let me think about what I may have done right or wrong so that I can get better. I don't know about y'all, but I don't have bad days. I don't have bad things happen to me. I don't care what the situation is. I don't care what comes or goes, okay? It's not bad. Why? Because I am happy and grateful now for today. So that means everything that comes in my day, if it's something that hurts me or doesn't, I'm still happy and grateful for it because it's going to make me look at me. And I'm not saying that to say I don't have emotion and I don't have feelings. Yes, I do. If you say something ugly to me, it's going to hurt my feelings. Am I going to sit and think about it? Probably. But I'm also going to think about me. Like, man, what am I doing that this person thinks I'm like that? Or what am I doing that this person feels like I don't care? See, I've learned to look at me. Take that hard look at Nicole. Not to beat myself or condemn myself because I understand that there is no condemnation to those who love Jehovah God. But I have to be real with myself, okay? And then I have to be able to go right my wrongs. That's why I say I'm happy and grateful for today because I have another opportunity to right my wrongs. I'm not perfect, but through this journey, I'm being perfected. Mindset, y'all. Okay, so I know through the theory of autosuggestion, any desire that I persistently hold in my mind will eventually seek some expression through some practical means of obtaining the object or position I desire. All right. All right. So the only known method of creating faith is through the principle of autosuggestion. All right. What does that mean? That means the more and more you say something, the more and more you'll have faith to believe it, the more and more that the desire will increase for belief to come alive. Okay? Autosuggestion. Autosuggestion. What you automatically suggest to yourself. All right? So, autosuggestion, it activates faith. Faith comes by hearing. All right? And hearing the word. See, I keep telling you guys, whoever, whatever you believe in is you. This no shade, no judgment. But at the end of the day, all of us are spirit first. It all goes back to Jehovah God. At the end of the day, you are spirit with a soul wrapped in this flesh. Okay? And self-confidence, the self-confidence formula, you have to have faith. All right? But you have to have faith to believe. And through this process, you will begin to shift your mindset to understand that. Okay? You won't be so quick to dismiss, faith and believe because I don't believe in God. Listen, whatever works for you. To God be the glory, because everything goes back to the book. Everything that we're talking about goes back to the book. And I hope that you will continue this journey long enough to where the revelation comes to you. That's not for me to do, okay? But I guarantee you, it all goes back. It all goes back. It all goes back. So autosuggestion, it activates faith. Faith comes by hearing. You need to be okay to say these things to yourself. If you have a problem saying affirmations, it's okay. I told y'all very honestly, I couldn't do them. At one point, I just thought that I couldn't do it. But in the process of starting with those three, I realized it was hard for me to affirm me because I didn't believe it about myself. That's just real talk. So I had to begin to start looking into what is still broken in me. I had to understand that through this journey, some parts I was on autopilot. I was just going through the motions of my day. Because I'm mom, because I'm wife, because I'm minister, because I'm employee, because I'm sister, because I'm friend. So you start going through this automatically because it's a habit. But when I started taking the time to help Nicole, we want to go help the world. Listen, help yourself. Because once you get yourself right, you're there. You can help any and everything. And you can do it with no limits, because at that point, you're free from other things and other people and other suggestions because you're confident in you, okay? But you have to get this so that you can be the best you, all right? You have to be confident in yourself. And I stand here unapologetically saying this because, as I tell y'all, I stand here unapologetically because I stand in a posture of humility and submission, not arrogance and pride. Self-confidence in the right way will make you humble and submissive, okay? Humility and submission is not weak. It's actually the strongest place that you can be. It's a whole nother topic, okay? So what we want to do is, it says, I know through the theory of autosuggestion, any desire, any, okay? My mentor also defined any, okay? Let me pull that back up. Any. It's used to refer to one or some of a thing or number of things, no matter how much or how many. I know through the theory of autosuggestion, I know through the theory of what I automatically suggest to myself, any desire that I persistently hold in my mind. So y'all do realize that that's limitless. It's limitless. Okay? Never would have looked at it that way until he spoke it. All right? It's limitless. So how many things are you automatically suggesting to yourself about yourself that you can keep on your mind? And if you persistently hold it there, that you will eventually seek some expression. Eventually, if you hold it there, you believe it, you feel your belief with your five senses, which we'll talk about later. Eventually, some expression through some practical means. What does that mean? It will manifest itself here on earth. Your thoughts will come alive and you will see them. You will be them. You will be in it. It will eventually seek some expression through some practical. Practical is tangible. Y'all know that, right? Means of obtaining the object or position I desire. I am so happy and grateful now that I am worth $1 million liquidity in the bank. Not what I am on paper. I'm not worth $1 million on paper. I don't care about that. I'm not talking about, my house is worth 277, so that's 277 towards the million. No, I am so happy and grateful now that I am worth $1 million liquidity by the end of 2021. I'm so happy and grateful now. Okay? It's really that simple. Now, if I tell you, I believe it, by December 31st, 2021, we're going to turn up because I'll be worth $1 million liquidity. Do I believe it wholeheartedly right now on January 11th? I'm not going to say I do because I'd be dishonest. I'm not going to lie to y'all. One thing I try not to do, I try to say what I mean and mean what I say. But by faith, I believe that as long as I continue to implement this self-confidence formula, by faith, I believe I will be worth $1 million liquidity, $1 million of money, not of assets that make me that total. I will. And if it doesn't happen by December 31st, 2021, it's all good because I know that I will be it because I'm going to apply this to it. Okay? And I'm okay because I understand that it will gradually, as I speak it, it goes to number 2, it will gradually transform me. All right? And it will eventually seek some expression through practical means of obtaining the object or position I desire. Now, am I wholehearted all in this because Napoleon Hill said it? Absolutely not. Now, he is a walking witness because he was a millionaire, billionaire through the Great Depression. But I believe it wholeheartedly because the word told me to write my vision, make it plain. So those that see it, when I see it, I'll be able to run with it. Understanding that in its appointed time, it can't return void. Why? Because God can't lie. Man, oh my God. He can't lie. So this is why I'm very mind conscious of what I think about. Because when I begin to speak it, even if I don't understand it, I understand where it's coming from. Oh my God, I'm getting goosebumps. I got to go. It's 10:30. I gotta go. Listen, I know through the theory of autosuggestion, any desire, know that whatever your mind automatically suggests to yourself, any desire, as many as it is, you can persistently hold it in your mind and it will eventually seek some expression through practical means. You will eventually have it here through this journey. All right? You will obtain the object or position you desire. Okay? So the first thing with number 3, if what automatically comes to your mind is not positive, if it does not line up with health, wealth, or prosperity, we got to work on your mindset. We got to work on how you look at yourself. And it's all good. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Because why? You're in the process of working it so that everything that you get and everything that you produce through this journey, it will prosper and grow. Okay? I am Nicole D. Jones. I appreciate you. I told you I never want to press your time. I'm a minute over. But understand you are healthy, wealthy, and prosperous. Everything that your hands touch, it will manifest and grow. Stay humble, stay focused, and stay positive. Walk through this self-confidence formula for yourself every day. Okay? Have a fantabulous day. Smooches.